indomitable Red Army directed the forces of its powerful military machinery and the heroism of its fearless soldiers and commanders to fight off the murderous fascist invaders. In this victorious war for their motherland, honor and freedom, Soviet soldiers defeat German fascists, destroying their weapons. Brave Soviet pilots in first-class aircraft make destructive strikes at fascist military forces. They drop thousands of tons of bombs on the enemy's troops, machinery, and military bases. However, fascist aircraft do not differentiate between military targets and civilian buildings, bombing our towns and villages. But Hitler's fantastic plot, aimed at creating panic among our people and disrupting the normal life of civilians, is prevented by the iron will of Soviet citizens. The task of fighting off the enemy, not only at the front, but also at home, requires constant strengthening of our anti-aircraft and chemical defenses behind the front. It is necessary to know technical details of military aviation to fight fascist aviation strikes successfully. The heavy fighter Junkers 88. It can carry up to 1,800 kilograms of bombs. Maximum speed 440 kilometers an hour. Range 4,250 kilometers. Ceiling 7,000 meters. The Heinkel 111. It can carry up to 2 tons of bombs. Maximum speed 440 kilometers an hour. Range 4,250 kilometers. Ceiling 7,000 meters. The Dornier 215. It can carry up to 1 ton of bombs. Maximum speed 455 kilometers an hour. Range up to 4,250 kilometers. Ceiling 9,000 meters. Blast bombs filled with explosives may have weights ranging from 50 to over 1,000 kilograms. They cause severe destruction. Their shock waves destroy the walls of buildings, break windows, knock off doors, and injure and kill people. The most common firebombs are quite light, weighing from 1 to 5 kilograms. They are dropped from aircraft in large amounts. If firebombs dropped by the enemy are not deactivated in time, they can cause many fires. Chemical bombs filled with poisonous substances infect the area and air and injure people and animals. At any time of day, in any weather, our anti-aircraft defense is ready for the enemy. Anti-aircraft defense is a special service of the country's military forces for protecting populated areas and other targets from air attack. A network of air observation posts, alert systems and communications are set up to cover the territory under threat.
Оповещение и связи. Служба внос.
From several posts, the sky is constantly observed. In the event of the enemy approaching, an alert is sent via telephone and radio to the anti-aircraft headquarters and anti-aircraft defense posts.
И авиазенитные средства.
High-speed fighters are flying towards the enemy aircraft.
Вылетают наши скоростные истребители.
They begin air battles on the outskirts, and many of the fascist air pirates do not reach their target and find their graves on our land.
Не достигнув цели, находят свою могилу на нашей земле.
Anti-aircraft artillery works together with the fighters.
Действует зенитная артиллерия.
Their deadly rings of fire surround the town.
Рядом смертоносных огневых колец.
Anti-aircraft machine guns, which are part of the anti-aircraft artillery, also complement these weapons. At night, searchlights are switched on, which identify and keep enemy aircraft in focus, making them visible for anti-aircraft gunners and air fighters.
Делая их видимыми для зенитчиков и летчиков-истребителей.
They dazzle enemy pilots.
Вражеских пилотов.
Sound detectors help light operators and gunners find air targets. Anti-aircraft machine guns fire at planes flying at low altitude. Anti-aircraft artillery conducts a massive artillery barrage that doesn't allow the enemy to drop bombs and knocks them out. The defense of strategic targets is reinforced by barrage balloons, which form a barrier of steel ropes. They are especially effective at night. Even with this powerful anti-aircraft system, the odd enemy aircraft may get to the town. This is where the local anti-aircraft defense comes into action. Large buildings are equipped with observation posts on top. Basements serve as shelters. If there aren't enough basements, field shelters are used. First aid posts are in place. Each house has a self-defense group. The person on duty keeps order in the shelter. A medical team is ready to help those injured during air attacks. The fire brigade is ready to fight fires. If a bomb is dropped, the self-defense team does everything possible to save people's lives. Blast bombs don't cause major damage as the anti-aircraft services and local population are organized to deal with enemy air attacks. The firefighters are constantly on the lookout for firebombs so that they can deactivate them without wasting a second.
Чтобы обезвредить их, не теряя ни секунды.
They put out dozens, hundreds of firebombs and fires.
Ликвидируют возникающие очаги пожара.
Wherever a firebomb is dropped, it will be deactivated immediately.
Обезврежено.
Following the example of people in Moscow and Leningrad, residents of any town or village must learn simple measures to be used if they come across firebombs.
Зажигательными бомбами.
In the event of chemical attacks, individual and group methods of defense against chemicals are used.
Средства противохимической защиты.
Victims of chemical attacks will be given immediate specialized medical help.
И умелая помощь.
As soon as the air raid alert is called off, local anti-aircraft defense forces are ready to deal with the consequences of barbarian assaults by fascist aircraft.
Фашистской авиации.
Infected areas will be decontaminated. All traces of poisonous substances will be eliminated. Recovery work is carried out in buildings affected by blast bombs.
Пострадавших от фугасных бомб.
Rubble is cleared. Air assault by Hitler's aviation will not break the normal way of life on our home front or disrupt our hard work.
Напряженного труда.
Comrade Stalin has called for the implementation of local anti-aircraft defenses. Stalin's order is an iron order for each Soviet citizen.
Каждого советского гражданина.
Citizens, be ready for anti-aircraft and chemical defense at all times and master your skills. Learn to save the lives of those affected by air assaults. Learn first aid to treat injuries. Practice putting out fire bombs. Acquire the means of defense against chemicals. And learn to minimize the damage caused by chemical attacks. Always keep fire extinguishing equipment ready. And make sure you have enough medical supplies. Be on the alert. Follow the blackout rules. Support the work of the Society for the Promotion of Self-Defense and Aerochemical Industry. Support the work of local anti-aircraft defense forces. Be ready for the enemy at all times. Fight for a quick victory.